Discovery learning. In the first lesson, we shed light on two controversial teaching models. Some of these models triggered split reactions, with some supporting them and others opposing their principles. In this lesson, we will address the first model, which is discovery learning, exposing its strong points and its drawbacks. Then we will examine research that investigated its effectiveness. Brunner, the founder of discovery learning, believed discovery is not about finding something that hasn't been explored yet. In his perspective, discovery involves, quoting him, all forms of obtaining knowledge for oneself by the use of one's own mind. Brunner identified four types of benefits that result from discovery learning. Let us start with the first benefit, which is an increase in the intellectual potency. Discovery learning teaches students how to learn. If learners are taught the skills required for problem solving and inquiry, they will be able to apply such skills in new situations and acquire more knowledge about further concepts. The second benefit is the shift from extrinsic to intrinsic rewards. Discovery learning is process oriented and not content oriented. Brunner believes that learners must be freed from all sorts of environmental punishments and rewards controls in order to help them become efficiently engaged in cognitive activities. Once they start thinking of their learning process as a discovery rather than just things they are learning about, this discovery becomes in itself the reward and provides self satisfaction. The third benefit is learning the heuristics of discovery. Learners should not focus on finding the right answer, but on the new information they acquire in the process. According to Brunner, the only way to improve one's discovery skills is by practicing discovery. Training learners how to discover things for themselves has several benefits. The more they practice, the more likely they will be able to generalize what they have learned into all kinds of situations or tasks that require problem solving. Finally, the last benefit we are going to explain is the conservation of memory. According to Brunner, when information is organized according to the learner's interest and cognitive structures, it is more likely to be remembered, and knowledge that has resulted from inquiry is easier to recall. Now that we are done exploring the benefits of discovery learning, let us examine its drawbacks. The drawbacks of discovery learning that we are going to mention in our lesson are based on theories and research from the book How Learning Happens by Paul Kirschner and Carl Hendrick. In their book, the authors explained why discovery learning is a bad way to discover things. They claim that approaches that require minimal intervention from instructors and allow learners to discover on their own are models that don't take into consideration the structures involved in the human cognitive architecture. Based on the cognitive load theory, discovery learning overloads working memory by creating problem space. This inhibits learning and affects storing novel information in long-term memory. Other critics accuse discovery learning of increasing misconceptions in learners. They believe that learners know less after instruction, therefore, it shouldn't be the main instruction method. Other critics explain that in such models, teachers are unable to identify when students need scaffolding or remediation. In 2004, Richard Mayer published an article titled, "Should There Be a Three Strikes Rule Against Pure Discovery Learning?" In his article, he questions the benefits of discovery learning and, after reviewing different research theories, he concluded that none of these theories provided evidence about the effectiveness of discovery learning. So for Mayer, pure discovery should not be a method of instruction. According to him, for learning to be effective, instructional methods need to involve cognitive activities and not behavioral activities. Instructional guidance should be provided instead of pure discovery. And finally, the main focus of instruction should be on the curriculum and not unstructured exploration. In this lesson, we identified the benefits and drawbacks of discovery learning and examined a research by Richard Mayer who suggested ways to make discovery learning more effective. In the next lesson, we are going to identify the benefits and drawbacks of direct instruction. Thank you for watching.